Welcome back. We are covering tip number 7 of 25 tips to become a better driver, broken lines. I think I can. And before we get started, I want to encourage you, if you're back multiple times or if it's your first time and you enjoy the content, click the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Lets YouTube know that you appreciate it. Lets me know you appreciate it. Same thing with the thumbs up button, which is the like button. Just lets YouTube and myself know that you appreciate the content that's being produced. And then also click the alert button if you do like it and you want to be alerted of future content that comes out. So before we get going here, I just want to encourage you to think about this from a perspective of maybe it applies to you, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you know somebody who could use these tips. And so I have a link to the playlist in the description below. So you can always share the individual video or the playlist completely. And we're going to jump right in. This last video and this video, we're basically covering just reviewing what the lines mean on a 2-lane or 4-lane highway that is not a freeway or an expressway. And so we covered the solid lines the last video, and this time we're covering the broken lines. And the broken lines means you're allowed to pass. Now, before you actually jump in and actually start passing, you need to consider several things, just like we've covered in the previous videos. Do you have enough space? Do you have enough speed? Do you have a car that can actually pass? Right? And so, there's a bunch of different things. So you're allowed to, but that doesn't mean you should, right? And you shouldn't really pass if you think you can. You have to know that you can pass. So that means you have to have the appropriate vehicle. You have to have the appropriate space. And, it's not worth risking your life to pass. And then you get some people out there who just can't stand people who try and pass. They want to go slow, but then speed up when you do try and pass. So you've got to consider all those things. So the best suggestion I have for you is that if you have plenty of space, it's not at a busy time to pass. And typically on the 4-lane highways, you're not going to be able to pass anyway. I've never really seen a passing lane or a broken line on a 4-lane highway. But on a 2-lane, you definitely will find those spots where you have a broken line where that says you're allowed to pass. So just again, give yourself enough runway to pass. You shouldn't try and pass unless you're driving, that awesome car that has enough giddy up that if you're, closer than, most people typically drive and you have enough horsepower to get around them quickly, go ahead and do it. But just again, make sure the path is clear. There's not as much traffic going on. But that's just, again, a quick review in terms of what the broken lines mean on a 2-lane, highway, and again, so, be careful when you're doing it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Make sure you're equipped to do it. You're not nervous about doing it, and then again, if it's a short distance, just ride it out, man. You don't have to go ahead and pass. I mean, no one should be in that much of a hurry. I get behind slow pokes and, all day long when I'm taking these short distances. I live right off of a 2-lane highway and they go 10 miles typically because they don't do a well enough job of posting the speed limit on the street, on the 2-lane street. And so it's a 55 actually, but people go 35, 45, 40, 45. And, again, it's just a mile or two up the road from where I'm going. So I typically don't, pass. I can be patient. I can wait it out. And I'm saying this as an older guy now too. When I was younger, I probably probably would have passed. But again, the goal here is just quick reminders of what what the driving tips mean, what these different signs and things on the road mean, just to help everybody get home safely. That's the main goal, right? You want to get you home to your loved ones. Your loved ones want to get you home as well. And that's going to do it for this video. So before we go, though, do me a favor. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and click the alert button. And we will talk to you at the next video.